the people that I found have always been the most successful are the people who are just passionate about it, right?
Oh yeah.
It's stuff that you like to do at home, even when you don't have to do it as a job. So
Yep. Makes sense.
those are I mean I've hired a lot of people, and I've hired people who are they've gone to school
Right.
for this kind of stuff, and they're like, I went to school and now I need a job, right? And
Yeah.
then I've got there's other people who maybe they went to school for this kind of stuff or they didn't, but it's just like, hey, I'm passionate about it and I've taught myself a ton, and even when I'm not, at work or whatever, I'm still learning and I'm still doing stuff. So
Yeah.
it kind of comes down to I've always found it's helpful if you have a project and you have a goal that you're working towards, um, to learn things. That's always helped me a lot.
Right.
And I always find it a little bit more difficult when I don't have a project that I'm working on. So whether that's working on a project for somebody or just picking a project and say, hey, we're gonna do this thing. So the way that we got started in high level is we built this review automation system for high level, like 5 years ago, and it just kind of kept going from there. Okay, well, let's add this thing and let's add that thing, and then, oh, we can't do this in high level, so we'll add this other thing over here. So kind of got back into
Yeah.
programming and developing a lot of that stuff. But
That's awesome.
our marketing agency is similar to, we started out building websites for people like 15 years ago, and just found after a few years, a lot of those people who had websites still weren't around anymore.
Oh
Like
yeah.
because it's just like they had the website, but they weren't great at business, or they just didn't know how to market themselves. So we kind
Right.
of got more into marketing and learned more about marketing. So went down the whole click funnels, direct response marketing rabbit hole, and learned a ton, and just kind of went from there. So our agency went from, small businesses to we were working with coaches and consultants, and then it switched and it went to we were doing fitness marketing
Oh
specifically
nice.
for like 3 years or
For
four
fitness?
years, and we had a good 50 clients in the fitness marketing space, and then COVID happened. They all shut down. So then we went back to local businesses, and then got into this high level stuff and doing this high level thing, and then now we're kind of getting back into a specific niche, working more with home services and stuff like that too. So
Nice.
it kind of all just goes. I mean, I always find that it's like you want to. They always say, "Oh, pick a niche and go for it," but sometimes it's like you got to work with some clients, and then you find a niche where you get some success, and then you start going down,
Hmm.
that path, and it's like, um, it's a little bit easier, I guess. What you don't want to, what is more difficult is staying like the traditional agency where you work with everybody. I mean, you learn a lot and a lot of things overlap, but when you're first starting out, it does get a little bit more complicated because you're trying to figure out every niche that
Yeah.
somebody comes along. Hey, I've got a car wash. Hey, I've got a bakery. Hey, I've got, a dog cleaning business, you know, I'm a real estate investor. I need you to help me with this, or like it could be anything really. So, seems like Sam's settling into who she's helping and what she's working on there, which it takes some time sometimes, and well, usually. But yeah, for you, if you're going out and talking to customers or clients or whatever, like there's a lot of stuff you can do, and it doesn't hurt to work with a few different clients first, and then
Yeah.
and
Get the
then
perspectives
figure
and
out
stuff.
see kind of where you get some success with it. Like that happened to us with fitness is we did one client. They Chandel did a talk, my wife, she did a talk at a Boss Babes thing, and the lady came along and was like, hey, I need you guys to help me with marketing my yoga studio. And we're like, oh, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we did our yoga studio, and they are part of a franchise, and they did over $100,000 in sales in their first year, in their first
Oh
month.
wow. That's awesome.
Um, so, so then the owners of the like the owners of the franchise were like, "What did you guys just do? We've we've never seen that happen. Like the biggest grand opening we've had ever was downtown Vancouver, and um, that was like $40,000, and
Oh
you
wow.
guys like more than doubled what the, and this is in a small town, this is Saskatchewan.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, and it
Yeah,
kind of blew from there.
I'm in
So,
fitness as well. As I mentioned, I've been trying to get in shape. So a
yeah,
little tidbit you probably don't know since you don't know me. But about 2 years ago, I was like about 100 pounds heavier than I am right now. So I've been
yeah,
like been on a fitness journey, and I've learned a lot over that time frame. And so I'm like really into outdoor fitness and exercise and whatnot. Actually, to a point to where one side business I might do at some point down the road, possibly, is like being like a fitness or health coach, as well. Um, and then, the proof's in the pudding. I show them a before and after picture, like, hey, see,
yeah.
it works.
Well,
So,
absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of people who take that path, and I see a lot of people who lose a bunch of weight and they go down that route. Um, I I'm a big guy, so I'm like 6'8". I think probably at my heaviest was like 550,
right.
575, and I went down to 390, which is
Nice.
was
Good
a
job.
big drop for me. And then
Yeah,
over
for
the
sure.
years, I kind of put a bunch back on, and I'm down about 60 pounds now since uh since I started again. But
Well, good
um,
job, sir.
I think that's kind of a natural progression. A lot of people like to go that way, and it's good to see, the proof
Yeah.
of, just kind of trying to keep people motivated as
Oh, for
well.
sure.
We got Big Fork Media Marketing coming in too. Okay, cool. So was there oh, there's Chris. I'm gonna jump. I know Chris has a question. Chris, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a while.
I'm good, Jason. How are you, buddy?
I am doing good. This is
Excellent.
we're just chatting with Richard here. He's helping out. You remember Sam?
Yes,
Sam, she was on here before. He's helping Sam out with some stuff.
fantastic.
So we're just chatting here. But
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Nice to meet you, Richard.
did you figure out the review thing?
No, I have not. No, totally incompetent on this end, Jason. Totally incompetent. Just kidding. But
Hey,
I couldn't figure it out for the life
it's
of
just
me.
the
So
custom values aren't coming in for that location.
yeah, yeah. So if you want to, I can jump into it
Yeah,
real
just
quick.
like let's share your screen and
Okay.
like have a
Cool,
look.
cool, cool. I appreciate it. Thanks.
And then
Um,
we'll go into, I know Richard wants to talk about setting up some of the membership stuff, and I know it's just going to be probably a bigger
cool.
chat. So let's just
Yeah. So I'm
take a
in
look.
here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to add this one right here. I don't know if you could
Okay.
see it on my screen. Lido
Yeah.
Bottle Works. I go to the, let me see. Yeah, let me see. Custom values. So I'm in custom values, but all I have are these four here. Custom.
Can you
Yeah,
go to that sub account and let's just take a look
sure.
at custom values?
Absolutely.
It's weird that you would only have four.
Yeah, and they're also not showing up in here. So it just tells me something I'm doing is totally wrong.
So then go to settings. So you probably have to add it from add the custom menu link to that sub account. But then go to
Okay.
custom values. So okay. You want to go to, yeah, just check to see if there's reviews. No custom values for reviews. I'm guessing you didn't upload the reviews snapshot to the sub account.
Okay.
So if you're doing rewards and reviews, then I would go to reviews. you probably have this in your system already, but yeah, go
This
to
one.
reviews. Yeah, reviews and referrals.
Okay.
Um, you can click on download snapshot if you have. You probably have it though. We should take a
Yeah,
look. But
I probably do. So why don't I?
so go to sub accounts on the left.
Whoops, sorry about that. My apologies. Sub accounts, and then we'll add that to the sub
Yeah,
account.
then find Lido or whatever it's
Sorry
called.
about that. There we go.
Yeah, manage, load snapshot. And then do you have the smart reviews standalone? Yeah, there you go.
Standalone. Got it in there twice.
Yeah, so grab one of those and hit proceed. And then select all, yeah. Just check for conflicts. And then hit proceed.
That'll do it.
I think that's it. And then so the next thing is you got to go to just setting custom menu links. Yeah, settings and then custom menu links and then not in the sub account, but then
Yep.
in
Okay.
yeah, in your agency and then just add that to there you go.
Fantastic. Jason, I really appreciate it. I just totally zoned out on everything. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's okay. Yeah, it looks like you loaded in the rewards one, but not the reviews one, and that was it.
Great. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
It's nice seeing
Um,
the master at work.
yeah,
Oh.
exactly. I know. Jason, you make everything look so darn easy. I'm just going, oh my goodness.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
There you go. There you
Try
go.
try and make it look easy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. I know this has changed considerably because I was looking at another one, which is good. I think it's all great. This, by flipping this on, um,
That's last for the five. That's not going to be used for like the 5-star reviews thing, but that is
okay.
for the if you have a list of customers inside of your sub account. If you're doing that, that is you're sending out a review request. What this will do is if you have a bunch of different review sites in your system, like Facebook and Google and whatever, if we pass over the email like something at gmail.com, and that's turned on, then it will only show Google for that customer. Just to make it a little bit more streamlined for them to go leave a review at Google, versus having
Leaving it at
Facebook
Yelp
and
or something
Google and
else.
whatever else. Yeah. Yelp. So,
Got it.
in order to set up the 5-star reviews one, all I would say put in here is maybe your powered by logo, the review business logo, that's the logo, Lido's logo, and then the link to um, their Google business profile there. So
Beautiful.
I added that. We just added that so you can
Yeah,
search
that
for
I didn't
business.
remember seeing this in the past, so that's cool. Love it, man. This is great.
There you go. Yeah,
There
that
it
helps.
is. Fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, those three fields and then the 5 stars review thing will work for you. You don't need to do anything else.
Great. And this is our logo, right?
That's yeah, I would say your logo and then
Yeah.
the review business logo is their logo. And you fill in those three things and the 5 stars review thing will work for you.
Fan freaking tastic. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was struggling yesterday. Oof, was I struggling?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I just yeah, I just remember if you're doing reviews, especially if you're doing rewards to add in the standalone one.
Okay.
We all
Thank you.
feel bad, Chris. I think we all struggle on Mondays.
Days.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I tell you. Yeah, so we're kicking right along. I'm gonna be picking up another account as soon as the guy gets back to me. He's already paid. I just got to get him into our system, and he's been
Okay, sweet.
really, really slow. So we're gonna bring in another restaurant as well. So
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. Thank you,
And
thank
how
you.
how have you been doing since your health
Good.
thing there? Good.
Yeah, good man.
Right on.
I'm strong. Have a little bit of a cough and cold this week, but I think that's more seasonal and breathing in this dirty Southern California air.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, doing awesome, buddy. Doing
Okay.
awesome.
Awesome. That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. I'm going to jump over to Richard here, and we're going to talk about Richard. You said you wanted to kind of go. I know Sam and I kind of went through it the other day about memberships, but
Yeah,
she
she
said,
mentioned automating subscriptions or something like that. That's what she mentioned.
yeah. So I'm going to get Chris to stop sharing, and then I will share my screen and show you how to kind of go and do some of that. So
Appreciate
actually,
it, man. Thank you.
do I even have? Let's see what I've got open up here. Let's go into fresh leads here. In our restaurant reward snapshot, we have the membership stuff. So I know Sam had a bunch of things set up in here, but manage memberships. The way, and I've got this recorded because I forgot to record it last week, so I'm glad to go over it again. The way these membership tiers work, so this page probably shouldn't be called tiers. It should probably just be called memberships. This is the membership package right here. So the membership package can have a number of tiers inside of that package. So if we click on manage tiers here, we're going to see our package is uh, do I have a name for it in here? No, I don't have. I should have a name up at the top saying which one we're editing. But inside here we have tier one, and then we have tier two inside of these packages. Now I know in Sam's thing, she went and created a different package for each tier that they have, but you don't have to you do that. You can basically make a different tier inside of like one package, and each tier can have a bunch of rewards tied into it, and it can have a bunch of promotions tied into it as well. So what that means is somebody who is part of this tier, this restaurant tier one, when they go to their rewards page, they're going to see these different reward items as options to redeem. And then when they go to promotions, they're going to see different promotions as well. So let's just open this up in a new tab. If I click on promotions, manage promotions, if I go to the promotions page, it's gonna load this up. Here we'll see here are the member perks. These are the promotions that have been added to this package right here, this restaurant tier one. And this is what they're going to see. So you can have these refresh every month, or you can have them one-time use, or whatever you want. And those are coupons that people can have access to, or maybe it's like a ticket to an event or something like that. They get exclusive access to different things because they're a paying member of that membership. They don't even have to be a paying member, but they need to be part of that membership. With rewards, so if we went to let's go to this one and go over to reward items. With reward items, we can add different reward items to different membership packages. So on this one, I say we're making it active. We're showing only to tier members, and then we're picking which tiers this reward is going to show up in. So you can have one reward that shows up in multiple different packages. To explain that is so then we'll see that here. So if I don't know if I can hide this, but down here it's $100 gift card in this package, but then we also have $100 gift card in this package or in this tier. So two different tiers. Um, we can have it every time the tier refreshes. So let's say you pay on the first of the month. On the next first of the month, you're going to earn another 500 points. On the first of the month, you earn 500. Next one, you earn 500, and whatever. The points are going to roll over from month to month for a paid membership. And then those people can redeem those points for different rewards in the system. I hope that's making sense so far. I'm going to open up, oh, I want to go back, but let's duplicate this and then show you what this looks like as well. Sites, loyalty dashboard. Oh, I don't want to go to registration. I want to go to login. So we'll do Jason here and log in. When they log into the rewards dashboard, they can see how many points that they have. They can see how to earn points, and then they can redeem rewards. So anything in here with this star right here means it is a membership benefit. These ones here are just show to everyone usually. And then these ones, yeah, anything that with a star is going to come from a membership tier. So if we go back to where's our membership tiers? Manage memberships. Here, manage tiers. I'm probably part of this one right here. Earn a $100 gift card with 5,000 points. Um, I'd have to see which tier I'm actually part of. But so what we want to be able to do is that when somebody signs up through like a form or they sign up through a payment, they purchase a product inside of high level, we want to give them access to these different tiers based on what on how they've based on which product they purchased. So in order to do that, we're going to go to automation. In this restaurant snapshot here, we are going to go to reward tier automations. And in here, I have a good example. So we have add tier, change tier, recharge tier, remove tier. You can have them all separate if you want, but I built this workflow here so that you can do them all at the same time. What you're going to need is a product that is a membership product or like a subscription product. So let's just see right here. I just have one called Tier 1 product. The status is active. If so, if that Tier 1 product is active. So I went through here. Let's just go to here, payments, products, and then we have tier one product. Okay, and then this is a recurring, it should say when it recurs or whatever. When you first set it up, you can set it up as a recurring product. Probably just doesn't tell us here. Oh yeah, here it goes. Recurring $25 a month. So that's just as an example. So we're going to set up a subscription product. And then this is how this workflow works. So when somebody signs up and pays for that subscription the first time, it's going to say subscription is active. So it's going to come through on this trigger. It's going to come down to this condition here, and then it's going to go down over here. So this condition just says subscription active, workflow trigger, subscription active. So if somebody comes in on this trigger here, they create a new subscription, it's going to come down and it's going to send them down this path. We do check to see if the customer was referred or not. If they were referred, we can do a referral thing for them. If they were referred, it's going to come down here. This gives the referee, the person who referred them, some points because you can give them referral points that way. It's going to update contact field. So what we want to do is in this contact field, this is where we need to update with, where is it? Membership tiers. So we're going to copy this tier ID right here. And this tier ID needs to go in this update contact field. So we're going to paste the tier here. That's the only time you need to paste that tier ID in because we're going to reference that tier ID every other spot in this workflow from that one spot because this is where they first initially come in. So we are going to update that contact field, and then this is what happens. It's going to send a link off, or it's going to send a webhook off over to our system, saying that person with this contact ID is now part of this tier ID. We're saying add tier. Okay. And then we're just going to tag them with that tier ID. So you might want to update them with what tier they're part of. So that is when they first come in. Now, when they have a successful payment, it's going to come in through here, payment received, payment success. We're going to select the tier one product, and the payment is a success. So you'll end up setting this up for each tier that you have in your system. It'll say, are they a paying member? Yes or no. And then we're going to go recharge. Recharge, it's already going to grab the tier ID from when we set it in the contact before. And what this is going to do is going to refresh that contact. So if they were supposed to get 5,000 points at the first day that they paid, it's going to give them another 5,000 points. And it's going to reset any promotions. If you have any promotions that are set to renew if you have any promotions that are set to renew when the tier updates, it will do that for you as well. So let's go check out here. So tier one member. I don't know which one this was. Single use only. You can set this on tier refresh. So they would be able to use the coupon and then the tier refreshes and then they can use the coupon again. After they use it the first time that month or whatever, then it's going to be grayed out and they won't be able to use the tier again until they pay one more time. So just remember, part of this we have rewards and we have promotions that are both separated. Now, on a failed payment, it's going to send them an email saying that the payment was failed, the payment was unsuccessful. The only problem I have here is maybe you want to send yourself a notification saying that the person's payment has failed because we can't. I don't know if we can send them a link directly to update their payment info. So for a sub account, I know in Stripe we can do a thing that says they have a payment portal, but I think you need to go into the person's Stripe account, grab the information for the payment portal, and then you would have to create an email that sends the payment portal information out to that customer in this email so that they can update their information. I'll see if I can show you what that looks like here too, because we use it in our Power Tools backend. So
Jason, could we
support
put that link in
savings.
like a custom values in there?
You sure could, yeah. You
Oh,
absolutely could. So inside of, let's just go to agency view, Power Tools. Advanced settings, straight billing portal. I don't know what opened up on my right hand side here, but here you put your email address in, and then Stripe is going to send you a magic link to log into your portal. So I think you can also, I think there's a way to pass the email address into here as well. Um, there was maybe it changed. I'm gonna look that up because I had it set up so we can pass the person's email address. It's not doing it there, but I'll take a look at that anyways. But because what you could potentially do if that works is inside of here you could just send them, yeah, use the custom value, and then whatever their email address could send them over to that portal. That way you're just making sure that they're using the same email address for the portal as they are for what they're subscribed with. Um, so that's failed payment, and then we did successful payment, and then we just have subscription canceled. So if the subscription gets canceled either through Stripe from non-payment, like if Stripe tries to charge it 3 times and it doesn't go through, Stripe is going to cancel that. Or if you manually cancel the subscription by going into subscriptions and then I think you can cancel it here too. Do cancel a subscription inside of here. So if you were to manually cancel this subscription, it's going to cancel it and it's going to go here. All that's going to do is it's going to remove that tier from that contact ID and it's going to automatically pass that tier ID over to that customer. And then it's also going to remove the tag for that tier. So that is um, how we're managing that tier. The only thing, yeah. Um, if somebody is a part of multiple tiers, you might need to update the subscription here to because we're using a custom field called the tier ID. You may need to create multiple tier IDs. So like it'd be like tier one, tier two, tier three kind of thing for the custom fields for this. I was just thinking as we're going through this, if you have multiple tiers and you have somebody who's part of multiple tiers or multiple subscriptions, that tier is going to get replaced. This tier ID is their custom field, is going to get replaced with the new tier ID every time they subscribe to a new tier. So if you have, I think like Sam was showing me it's your is it your sister has a med spa or something like that? Um, you may want to set it up. So just create new custom fields for this update contact field. So instead of saying tier ID, it would have tier ID and then maybe the package. If you think there's a possibility that someone will um, be part of multiple packages, if that makes sense. Um,
Oh yeah, definitely
another
makes sense.
another thing that you might want to do if they're not going to be part of multiple packages, but they can upgrade their tier or change their tier, is to remove the old tiers from that person and then upgrade them, add a tier. So you can do the same thing here as cancel tier, remove tier. But you could do remove tier for all the other tiers just to make sure, and then add tier for if they're upgrading, right, or downgrading or something like that. So what this one will do is for anybody who's new who will subscribe, um, it'll add it in here. But if they yeah, if you want to have an upgrade, um this may be something we're going to have to walk through later, but you'll want to set this up for each one of your tiers. So different product that they're going to subscribe to, each one is going to have its own tier ID, whatever that is. Yeah, anyways, everyone's going to have their own tier ID. So you're going to pop that in here, and then you can just duplicate this workflow for each tier that you're going to have. So you have to update these um, membership, these triggers as well, changing it
Awesome.
so
Yeah,
so
nice
tier one
workflow work
product,
there.
whatever tier is there. So that'll mostly work. Yeah, the only thing I think is if they're already part of a membership and they are adding another one, we just don't want to confuse these tiers here.
Right.
So we'd have to create different tier IDs for or different tier custom fields for those. So and the way you do that, you go to settings, custom fields. So we can see tier ID here. We would just go and add a new tier. So it'd be, what do we just do? Single line, call this one tier 2 ID. Or you can definitely be more descriptive than that. And then we're going to add this one to rewards and then hit save. So then we would take this tier 2 ID inside of our workflow and then go to, and then we would go here. So update custom field, and then that would be tier 2, the tier 2 ID kind of thing. And then you have to change that in each spot where we're grabbing those. A little bit of work to set up those memberships, but once it's set up, it runs. So um, then it works.
Awesome. Appreciate you
Um,
showing us that.
yeah, that's kind of what Sam and I went over the other day, but I forgot to record. So, um, I'm glad we have that there. Do you have any do you have any questions about that?
At the moment, yeah, you explained it pretty
Okay.
well, and definitely all makes sense. Again, I'm still in the infant stages. I'm still learning, but everything makes sense so far. Um, so the recording, like, does that get emailed out automatically, or you just have to send that to her?
I'll have to send it out to you.
Okay.
Maybe if you could put your email address
Yeah,
in
I'll send
chat,
that
I'll
in.
grab it and then
Sure.
send it off
No
to you.
problem. Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Here, I'll add that right here. Boom. I'm just gonna send you an email that says hi
Okay,
for now, just because that way that'll be in there when I go to send you an email later. All right,
perfect.
cool. Well, that's how you go and set that up. Um, I mean, there's definitely you can get as complicated with it as you want, and that's the thing with most of our stuff. There is anything that you can put through a workflow, you can give people promotions, you can give people points, you can give people rewards, you can do all that kind of stuff, and then so it's very flexible in how you want to manage it. So you
Yeah,
have
sky's the limit.
a lot of options. Yeah, anything you can think of, you can pretty much do. So
Nice. Well, sounds great. Again, appreciate you showing me that. She'll appreciate it because she was like working on it. And all right, awesome. I'm gonna hop off. I got something coming up,
okay,
but again, I do appreciate your time, and then I'll look out for your email later. And so it's nice meeting you again, Jason. I'll
yeah,
probably be popping
absolutely,
in like weekly, actually, or maybe every other week. But I'll be seeing you.
sounds
So
good. Yeah, anytime you have questions, jump in here.
I appreciate that, and nice meeting you, Chris. You have a good day, sir.
Pleasure. Thanks, Richard. Thank you.
We'll
Chris,
both
did
have a
you
good
have
day.
anything else today, or
No, we're good, Jason. I
all
appreciate
right,
your
cool.
time. Thanks, buddy.